Texture mixing part 6. This time we are mixing a lot of different things. Some rocky ground with some powdered snow, some tiles and some acid. So basically we're using all the things that we have done before. First off, I start spreading the snow out a bit. Then I plant some tiles inside of the snow. Then I cover some of the base tiles with some snow. And then instead of just mixing the acid with the snow, this time I actually block it off with a piece of tile just to showcase that, you can also do that. Then I add some tiles inside of the acid, like maybe it's some kind of an acid trap inside of a dungeon. Then I extend the rocks a bit and I cover the side of it with some acid. Then I kind of mix and cover the sides of the tiles that I've added just to make them look nicer. And then I start mixing the acid with some other acid textures and some other overlay textures, while also at the same time adding a little rim to it all so it looks more natural, like it's scarred the rocks around it. I also add some overtop decorations. I of course add some moss and some roots to the tiles part. And again, I just keep mixing and adding. I add some snow, then I raise most of it so it's not a nice and subtle effect. I add some water sparkles. If you remember from the texture customization, I think part 4 of texture customization, I did this with the water, except now I'm doing this for acid and it looks absolutely amazing. And then I add some other types of overlay rocks into a rocky area to make that one look nice as well. I try to kind of make the snow texture look a bit different. I basically just added some waves with the overlay mixing mode on top of it. Then I go back to the snow texture because I thought it was looking a bit blank, and I add some tiles to it which are covered mostly with snow, but it still adds a nice little variety to it. And then to finish it off, of course, we shade and we add some highlights to it. If you like this kind of content, then give me a sub or a follow. And if you have any questions or you want to support me, join the Discord and consider joining my Patreon where you can get battle maps. I actually published a battle map today with Foundry implementation and some other stuff as well with variations. See y'all next time.